Now, I've never been one to believe that speaking things into existence is something that actually works. Some people may draw it along the same type of lines as law of attraction, manifestation, or like the universe is listening to you and ready to help you out. Now, I'm not 100% sold on this type of mentality or this mindset, but I have watched a lot of videos and I've heard a lot of people talk about this, successful people too, and I'm like, maybe there is something to all this. Maybe it is worth trying it out for myself. So that is why I am making this video today. I'm going to be putting some of my biggest hopes, dreams, and goals out into the universe and maybe speaking into existence, manifestate it, or maybe there is somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that can help push me towards these goals or achievements as well. So the first thing that I am going to be speaking into existence is to get a tattoo with Post Malone. Now, I'm sure many of you guys are looking at me and wondering why is this on my list, and that is because I've always wanted to do something with this channel that has a celebrity involved in it and obviously pertains to tattoos. And what is one celebrity that we think of right away with tattoos? You probably guessed it, it is Post Malone. Now, I'm also a big fan of him as well. I love his music, I love what he creates and puts out into the world, but I also really like the person that he is as well. He seems like a very humble, genuine, down-to-earth type of guy, and you also look at him and you give a sense right away of he is somebody that doesn't care what others think about him, and he does stuff and looks how he wants to look. And I really gravitate towards that type of personality. I think he is the perfect type of person to go ahead and get a tattoo with. Now, I'm not saying I would get a matching tattoo with him, because why would he want to go get a matching tattoo with a random person like me? But I look at him and he has the same type of style, black and gray, that weird kind of darker style as well. So I feel like we can get a really cool design down, and more than anything, it would just be a fun experience to bring you guys along on. It would be a fun video and it would be a fun memory as well. How awesome would it be to look down at a tattoo and be like, yeah, I have a matching tattoo, or I got a tattoo with Post Malone as well. Some people would not believe it, and then you show them the video and then yeah, it's true, I had the evidence and all that. So it's just something that would be fun to do as well. So Post Malone, if you are watching this, go ahead and hit me up in the DMs and let's get something down. We can create some fun designs, talk about it, and maybe get it going. I would love to really achieve this one, so let's get it done. So the next thing that I am going to be speaking into existence, and something I hope the universe helps me out in, is to have David Goggins on the channel to get a tattoo. But not just a regular tattoo, I want him to get a really big tattoo in a very sensitive area as well. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, who is David Goggins and why is he important? I'm going to tell who he is right now and some of his accolades and the reason why I want him on the channel to get a tattoo. So David Goggins is a retired Navy SEAL that's been through 3 hell weeks. He's ran marathons, ultra marathons, triathlons, and he's come in high places sometimes with little to no training. He also held the Guinness World Record for most pull-ups, completing 4,030 in 17 hours. He is also the author of the book Can't Hurt Me that I read not too long ago, and I honestly think this is a book that changed my life for the better in terms of mentality, mindset, and all that. It's a book about having the right mindset, building it up, and achieving things that some people would say are impossible. Now, I'm sure you guys are wondering, why do you want to have him now on the channel to get a tattoo? Well, see, for David, he chooses to run the toughest marathons, put himself through the toughest military training for no other reason than to see what he's made of. For him, physical and mental suffering are a journey of self-discovery, and no other experience makes him feel more alive, clear, and focused. And when I was with Brandon getting a tattoo one time, he was talking about a customer that he had as well that has been through Hell Week, and the guy said he would rather do Hell Week again than go ahead and get this tattoo. Now that really sparked something in my mind, and I really thought about it, and I thought, you know what, if there's one person that I would love to see get a big tattoo in a sensitive area and see how they kind of compare the pain of a tattoo to everything else that they've done that is super painful, it is David Goggins. This would be a very entertaining, informative video that would really get to see one of the world's strongest minds that's been through almost everything that you can imagine go ahead and see and compare a tattoo's pain as well, because it can get pretty painful. So the next thing that I am going to be speaking into existence, and something I actually do believe can happen, is to have Peter McKinnon on the channel. Peter McKinnon is one of YouTube's biggest channels, biggest presences, and you've probably seen a video or two of him as well. He loves a wide variety of things, but most importantly, he loves videography, photography, helping others out, and oh, he loves tattoos as well. Now for me, I think he is a perfect person to have on the channel because he is from Toronto, Canada as well, so he is very close to me. He does have some of the same types of likes and hobbies I do in terms of videography, creating videos. He does have a very upbeat personality that I feel me and him would really go well together, and oh yeah, that's right, like I said, he has tattoos as well. So that is why for me, I would love to have him on the channel to hear about his journey, hear about everything that he has to offer and talk about. I just feel like this is such a a very interesting guy, and a lot of you guys would love to hear his story as well. Peter, if you are watching this by some chance, we do live in the same city. Just hit me up in the DMs and I will gladly drive to you with a coffee, a beer of your choice. Just let me know and let's get it done. So the next thing that I am going to be speaking into existence, and is one I actually feel is very attainable at this point, is to get a tattoo by Dom Brown. He's one of my favorite artists. Now you guys know that I have been going to Brandon for a lot of my tattoos, my hand, my back, my whole leg, but with tattoos, and when you start getting into the type of tattoos I am doing with so much, you want to collect other pieces from other artists as well. Dom Brown is one of them that I really want to collect and have on me. He has the same type of style in terms of dark realism. He does the same type of pieces that I really like. So I just feel like him and having a piece on me would just be perfect. Now, unfortunately, I did miss out on a huge opportunity where he was doing a collaborative piece with Brandon, but I will say I was happy to hear him say when he reached out to me and said, I'm sorry I wasn't able to get you in, but I really do want to add a piece into your collection. So I know that he wants to do it as well. This is something I'm speaking into existence, and I already say, it's like I already talk like I have a piece done by him. So whenever you're ready, I am ready. So like I just mentioned about wanting to have more work done by other artists that are your favorite around the world, this falls under the same category as well. And that is to get a piece done by Sandry Rifford. He's probably one of my favorite artists in the world at the moment. He does absolutely amazing artwork and amazing tattoos. Now this one's a little harder in terms of because I am not on his radar, he doesn't follow me, and he is so good and he has such a high following that he's probably booked up into years in advance. You guys have probably seen his work because it is posted so many times on other people's pages. He goes viral all the time for the pieces that he does. Now he does like to do color a lot more than like black and gray. So this is one guy that I would actually go ahead and consider getting color work done by because the work he does is just absolutely incredible. But I would like to hear your opinion as well, guys. Do you think I would and should get color by him? Or do you think I should just keep my whole bodysuit to one color, and that is obviously black and gray? Sandry, if you are watching this, just know that I am ready whenever you are to get a tattoo. Book me in and I'll be there whenever you want, and I'm ready right now. So this next one is probably one you're going to be questioning my mentality, my mental state, and it's something that I'm definitely going to need some help from the universe on because they aren't taking donations anymore, and that is to be accepted into the Body Worlds exhibit. Now, I know I'm going to be naked in it. I know I'm going to be probably skinned, cut up, sliced in some way, and that is totally fine by me. What I would really love to have is something like this, where my body is skinned and you can have like my whole body, my skin, you can see my bodysuit, all the tattoos still on it, and you can learn from it in some way. I would rather much have my body like this than have it rotting in the ground. My idea is to have my tattoos, all that money, all that time, all that pain, it still be seen in the light of day rather than in the ground rotting and being put to waste. Now this is a much harder one to be because they aren't accepting donations anymore. They've had so many people put in that they aren't taking any more applicants. But if somebody up there is high in the Body Worlds exhibit that is watching this video, just reach out to me and I will gladly sign whatever I have to have my body accepted into this. So another thing that I have been trying to work on and really trying to speak and get into existence is to work with one of the world's biggest companies in laser tattoo removal, and that is Removery. Laser tattoo removal is another huge part in terms of tattoo in the tattoo world, and for them, they are one of the biggest companies, and I would love to do something with them because I feel it would be such a good fit in terms of my brand, in terms of my add into the community of tattoos, and also having them in terms of lasering and removing tattoos. I feel like it would be such a good fit in terms of two brands coming together. I would obviously love to have in terms of some way help them out in terms of getting some tattoos removed that I dislike, but more than anything, I would love to do something where it's a collaborative thing where I'm able to get a code or some type of thing to help you guys out and get a discount for you when you guys go in for your consultation. You drop a code that I gave you and it helps you out in terms of saving you some money, because more than anything it would obviously make you better, make you happier because you're getting rid of a tattoo that you no longer want, and it's also saving you money in some way because we know that laser tattoo removal can be kind of expensive. Now I did send the co-CEO an email. I am still waiting on a reply back from her, but hopefully after this video she hears about it in some way or she watches for herself and she replies back to me and we can hop on a video chat and we can get something in motion. Now this next one is one that I've actually constantly been thinking about and I constantly say, and that is finishing my bodysuit. This is one that's always on my mind and I'm always thinking about the completion of this bodysuit, but this is not an easy thing to actually go ahead and complete for many reasons. Obviously I have a lot of space on my body still that needs to be complete. Only thing I am not touching is my face, but everything else you see is fair game and needs to be covered with ink in some type of way. But I'm not just putting anything on my body. I'm really thinking about stuff that kind of portrays to me and what I like Also, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of pain to go through, it takes a lot of mental preparation, and also a lot of money as well. So there's a lot of things that need to be thought about when you think about finishing this bodysuit. Now this next one is going to be very hard to attain, but I also do believe that the universe does have my back on it, and one day I will attain it in some way, and that is to be as big, or if not bigger, than Inked magazine. Now, unless you live under a rock, you probably have heard of Inked magazine. They are a super popular page. They are on both Instagram, social media, any social media you think of, they're on it, and they have a super massive following. They have their own shop, they have their own clothing line, they have a magazine line as well. Now, this is all the stuff that I hope to have Just Inked one day have as well, because I don't look at Just Inked as being a single individual person. I actually see it as one day being a platform to help inspire, motivate people out there to get the best possible work that they can get, to be happy with themselves and be the person that they want to be. I hope to be able to create the same type of content that they do as well, you know, with having artists in terms of sharing their thoughts, their stories, and information to help others out there as well. Having a shop that also puts out amazing work in terms of giving people and changing their lives for the better, and also to have a huge following as well to help kind of, you know, propel and create a business to where it can show the world that somebody that is fully covered in tattoos, that is different than the norm, can actually be successful and run a successful business as well. So I really hope the universe helps me out in terms of pushing me out, and not me in general, but Just Inked, one of the biggest platforms out there in terms of the tattoo community. Now I want you guys to do me a favor, and that is go ahead in the comments section and let me know about all these goals and these things that I'm trying to speak into existence. Have the universe help me out, and do you think they are unattainable? Do you think they are somewhat attainable? Let me know which one you think is probably the best and least attainable. I would love to hear your opinions on all of this. But also go ahead and subscribe so you do not miss any other tattoos that I have coming and working towards that whole bodysuit. Go ahead, like the video, share it so you can help me out in some way. Maybe you yourself or you know somebody that can help me out in some way. Please go ahead and directly message me or email me, and maybe you help me put me on the right path and we can get something done. I had one of you guys actually help me out in terms of getting Quest G on the video, so I know there are some people out there that can really help and put me on the right path. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Like always, Justin out. Later, guys.